Yes, people. What's going on in Seagull Talks Football? We're back again with another wonderful video. I got my boy Halfway Hooks in the building, people. Do me a favor, please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, as we need you guys to support the channel, ladies and gentlemen. We got some major news about Gyokeres. We got some news about the likes of Nico Williams, Conor Gallagher. Would you take Conor Gallagher at Arsenal? Let me know in the comment section right now. We also have to talk about, one second, let me just plug my thing in. We also got to talk about the likes of Joshua Zirkzee, Pedro Neto, Bruno Guimaraes, but Chelsea fans are in the mud with the whole Olise situation. It is amazing. I absolutely love when you don't have to deal with the transfer saga, but you can watch it from a distance and just laugh at another club's issues. Because I've been in that situation many of times, and it's just lovely to see other people go through those struggles, and you don't have to go through it. Lovely to see. But yeah, we're gonna sit back, we're gonna relax, we're gonna have a good 20 to 30. We're gonna have a good 30 to 45 minutes to talk about all the latest Arsenal news. And by the way, an Arsenal youngster is destined to leave the club. I think that's where we're going to begin. But before we go any further, Halfway Hooks, how you doing, bro? Halftime Hooks.
I'm good, man. I saw the Chelsea news today, the Olise news, yeah, and I just had a smile on my face because it ain't for everybody. Players rejecting Bayern for their club, in it. Not everybody has that kind of magic. Do you know what I mean? So and I'm hearing rumors that they didn't want to pay his wages, which must mean Chelsea don't actually have the money that they talk about. So
they talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, they can't walk that walk, man. So if I'm a Chelsea fan right now, I'm actually kind of worried because all that screams to me is all we're signing this summer is kids again. And yeah, they ain't gonna do nothing. I'm a bit sad about the Cozier-Duberry stuff. I'm a bit sad. Fun fact about that: his uncle used to be my teacher in secondary school. So
let's cut the chit chat. Let's get straight into the news. First things first, let's talk about this. David Ornstein, my man, is the GOAT. David Ornstein is the GOAT, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, he is the GOAT. Man said, no hesitation, no time for wasting, straight to the point. Olise is not going to Chelsea. That is the first news of the day. Now, let's be honest. We're not going in for Olise. Olise is going to end up at Bayern. That's where he's destined to go. But it is just interesting to see how the chips have fallen in this. This is one of the first dominoes in the transfer window, because maybe Chelsea start going for some of our transfer targets when it comes to the wingers that we're looking at. We are looking at some young upcoming wingers like the likes of Xavi Simons, like Nico Williams. We are also looking at Rashford, and who's the other one? Pedro Neto. So these are all players maybe Chelsea could look at themselves, but I don't know if any of those players happen to be over 25 or asking for 200 plus K a week, because in that case, Chelsea won't be looking at them. He also looks like he will be potentially headed to Bayern Munich. That is where Olise will be joining. Olise has chosen to join Bayern Munich, rejecting Chelsea, making his decision, and he will be playing Champions League football with Bayern Munich, of course, getting higher wages, and he'll be just leaving the Premier League in total, going to a more a league where let's keep it real. Bayern Munich have a stranglehold over that league most years. They didn't win it this year, but they did win it the last 11 years before that. So he'll be a top winger. Maybe we can go get a Leroy Sané from Bayern Munich. You know, maybe that's what we could do.
Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe. Is it?
Would you go get a Leroy Sané now that they got Olise?
See, I like Sané, yeah, but the problem with Sané is I just want to stop signing these old Man City players. I can't lie. I want to stop buying their players. I can't lie. But don't get me wrong. I wouldn't turn my nose up at Sané.
I would have taken Gundogan. I don't know about you.
Gundogan, yeah, but yeah. Gundogan's a special case though, because he's like Mr. Clutch. Like he's yeah. Okay, I would take Gundogan. Do you know what?
You see, I got you.
De Bruyne. I'd even take De Bruyne if I'm being.
Nah, De Bruyne. De Bruyne is not leaving Man City to go to another Premier League team. He's gonna be Mr. Man City. But yeah, let's talk about what somebody in the chat is saying. Arsenal fans trying to make out Van Dijk had a stinker today. My word, you lot are the worst fan base. Van Dijk had a really good game today. I don't know what you're talking about. Van Dijk had a really good game. Iga, when he joins Bayern, Gnabry or Sane or Kingsley Coman, what's gonna happen to them? Kingsley Coman can still play on the left. Gnabry can play across the front three. I think the person who might be potentially leaving might be Sane. That's what I'm
probably the most likely.
Three.
Coman plays on the. I think Coman plays on the right for them as well. So
whoever out of all three of them, I'll take either of them. It's just what's going to happen with their wages.
Yeah. This is the problem with his wages. But truth be told, I think a lot of clubs would steer clear of Coleman because of his injury record.
Kante won man of the match again. Wow, that guy's a beast.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That Netherlands France game was absolutely whack.
You said you thought it was shit?
Yeah, I thought it was a dead game.
You know what it is? That is the kind of game where the football hipsters say, you know what, that was a sick game. You know, it was 0-0, but it had everything. That's what they start saying. It's one of them ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't entertaining. I expected more from both teams. It was unfortunate that Xavi Simons' goal got ruled out. I don't know if it should have been ruled out, to be completely honest. But other than that, you know, there weren't really too many great performances. If anything, I would say both teams' defense probably took the mantle when it comes to the top performances. Like Saliba had a really good game, Van Dijk had a really good game. But outside of that, Rabiot looked nice. You know, Rabiot looked nice.
I'm not gonna lie to you. We're not here for the Euros review. Bun that Euros talk. We'll talk about that another day. Let's just get straight to the point. Transfers. Did you hear about the academy kid leaving?
Yeah.
So just for everybody who doesn't know who I'm speaking about, here it is on the screen. Big up to you guys. Let's stay on topic, guys. Let's stay on topic. Let's bring it back to the reason why we are here. Arsenal's academy youngster, Amario Cozier-Duberry. Basically, he's a right winger.
Amario Cozier-Duberry.
Amario Cozier-Duberry is one of Arsenal's top young talented wingers, basically a Bukayo Saka region, which some people would call him. He's one of those guys that the club have highly touted as one of the next ones up potentially, and they were hoping that with his contract coming to contract coming near to an end, that we were going to reach an agreement to give him a contract extension. What ended up happening is we could not agree a contract extension in time, and it seems like he will now be leaving Arsenal Football Club in the coming weeks when his contract is officially out. He'll be looking to potentially go to a championship side or even a team across in the Premier League or even a European team somewhere else. But a lack of first team pathway was part of his consideration on why he left, and it looks like the club is continuously having hard decisions with academy players that feel like they can't break through. This is now the third player who's potentially going to be leaving the club in a year that's highly rated.
Like his career is just going to go down the drain now. Like I hear the lack of first team pathway, but if you're not breaking into the first team, there's a reason why you're not breaking into the first team. So moving to another club doesn't necessarily mean that you'll get more first team opportunities.
No, but it also doesn't necessarily mean his career is down the drain. It just means, you know what, his time at Arsenal is finished.
Look at Hutchinson.
Hutchinson's starting.
No, he went to Chelsea. He's starting for Ipswich, but he went to Chelsea.
Yeah, he's starting for a Premier League team next year if he gets the move to Ipswich.
I don't know.
I think their main goal is to make it in the first team somewhere, so they can potentially back themselves to get back up at the top level. I rate anybody who backs themselves. So he is making the right decision for himself to leave at this moment in time. And Arsenal, we need to revamp the academy because clearly we're not making the money off these youngsters, and they seem to all be walking out the door for free. So we need to find a way to either get them better loans, get them better opportunities to get themselves out there so people want to buy them, and we need to be better at selling players. But unfortunately, this is another Arsenal academy player who's heading out the door. But yeah, these players should at least be bringing us in some sort of income. But yeah, it is unfortunate that he's going to be walking out the door without any potential incoming transfer fee for him. Next, there is a potential transfer fee for a certain Reiss Nelson, though. Did you hear about this? Reiss Nelson is wanted by 2 Premier League clubs. 2 Premier League clubs want Reiss Nelson. You got West Ham and Nottingham Forest are interested in Reiss Nelson, ladies and gentlemen. If you read that right there, West Ham and Nottingham Forest have made contact with Arsenal over the potential deal for Reiss Nelson. Sources have told Football Insider, but it is believed that Brighton are also interested. Arsenal have valued the player at 25 to 30 million. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know where we're going to get 25 and 30 million for Reiss Nelson. That is very ambitious.
I think we can get 25. I don't think it's that ambitious. Like I'm not surprised that this is happening because the whole reason, well, at least from my perspective, the whole reason why we gave him a new contract and bumped up his wages is so that we could command a higher transfer fee, because the contract does come into play when it comes to selling players. So if I was him, if I'm Reiss Nelson, I'm picking West Ham over Nottingham Forest and Brighton. But yeah, you know, he's definitely not good enough to play at the level that we need to challenge for the things that we want to challenge for. So if he wants to move on, you know, go to a lower club inside the Premier League, still stay in London, which he probably wants to do, I'm all for it, man. You know, hope Pastor's new, you know, treat him well. And yeah, we can bring in a nice bit of money to fund other deals. But see, this is weird. See, the fact that we're selling Reiss Nelson, like if I'm Cozier-Duberry, I'm like, oh, I should sign because Reiss Nelson's going. So
no, but even then, we're gonna go sign another young up and coming winger. Like I don't really see where the pathway is for guys like Cozier-Duberry. I get his point. And Reiss Nelson, we better get something for him. We better get something for Reiss Nelson. Like if Reiss Nelson is leaving, we better get something in return. Because 25 million, 30 million is great. But if we send him out for peanuts, I'll be fuming. Because we gave him that new deal, because we tried to tie him down, because we tried to get that deal sorted. But yeah, as you guys come in, do me a favor, please do hit the like button on the video right now. It is absolutely free. It helps out the channel massively. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like on the video as you guys are coming in. And also, enough about the Reiss Nelson talks, because I know that's not what you guys are here. You guys are here for the big conversations. We're going to get to the big conversations in a second. But before we do that, I need you guys to make sure you keep hitting that like button. And yeah, let's go. The next conversation we're going to talk about is the left back. Did you hear about this Turkish left back that Arsenal are seriously interested in? Reports came out once again that Arsenal have made a £17 million bid for Fenerbahçe left back Ferdi. How do you pronounce that?
Kadioglu or something like that.
Ferdi Kadıoğlu. I'm not gonna lie to you, I would butcher the name, so thank you for helping me out there. But apparently, Ferdi Kadıoğlu is one of our top targets at left back potentially, and I think this is more agent talk because no David Ornstein report, because no Fabrizio Romano report on it, because it seems like most of the reporting is coming from Turkey. I feel like it's agent talk. I feel like I can't really believe what I'm reading when it comes to this link or this source. It just sounds very far-fetched in my opinion. So I have heard about reports of us being linked to him in the past. And when there is actually a bid, we will speak to you and let you guys know. But at this moment in time, Arsenal have made a bid for a player in Turkey that's currently playing in the Euros, and it's 17 million, and Fenerbahçe are not going to accept it. It just sounds fishy. It doesn't sound legitimate. So I'll keep it real with you guys. This does not sound like a real thing. I got Mourinho declining. I forgot Mourinho's the manager, but yeah, this. What do you think? You agree with me? I just think this is some BS.
I think there's some weight to it because I know earlier on before the transfer window opened, we was linked to him he was actually one of the first left backs that we was linked to. From what I've seen from him, he looks like a really good option at left back. He looks like a player that is very offensive, likes to get forward.
What's good striker?
And look, I do think the deal hinges on, do we sell Zinchenko? If we don't sell Zinchenko, then I don't think we'll sign him. But if we sell Zinchenko, he seems like one of the most natural left backs to bring into the club.
There might be some truth to it, but I don't know the validity of an official bid going in for the player yet. Maybe there's an agreement for a potential bid or something like that, but I don't think it's to the level where you got David Ornstein or Fabrizio coming out saying that we've made an official bid for the player. At this moment in time, it just seems like all the reports are coming from Turkey, nothing over here. So that needs to be monitored. Why is it all of a sudden there's no actual information from the party that that should be giving us the information, right? You know what I mean? But yeah, next we got Albert Sambi Lokonga. He did well last year on loan, you know. Albert Sambi Lokonga did well last year on loan. He did well on loan at what do you call it? Where was it again? Luton Town. He did well on loan at Luton Town. I thought he was one of the better players at Luton Town, and I thought, you know what, this loan could definitely get Arsenal a better transfer fee for his services. But it turns out that might not be the case halfway. Listen to this. We halftime. I mean, Sevilla and Arsenal are in talks over a potential loan deal for Sambi Lokonga. We can't even garner a transfer fee at this moment in time. It's ridiculous. Like, how can't we get a fee? Why can't we get a fee? I know maybe how many years are left on his contract. Like, this is getting ridiculous. We have a young player who just had a really good season. I bet you any money, if he was at Luton Town and he was a Luton Town player and he was getting a move this summer, he would potentially go for a really good fee. So, but Arsenal selling a player who's under contract until 2026, non-existent, doesn't happen. The club wants to sell the player. The club wants to move on from Sambi Lokonga. The club is basically told his agent to go find a suitor who wants to buy him, and they come back with a suitor who wants to go send him on loan. I think we should reject any loan options. It should be straight sale, and that's it. And if it's going to be a loan, there has to be an obligation to buy. There cannot be any more where we loan people out and then they come back to us injured, or they come back to us with a shittier transfer value. We need to get rid of these guys. That's why I wanted Balogun sold last year. That's why I wanted Balogun sold, because these players, they're not going to make the difference for us to win a league or anything like that. I don't think Lokonga is ready to play in the first team, and I need that money, bro. I need at least we should be garnering minimum 15 million.
The only way that I'll be happy with this loan is if they pay all of his wages and there's an obligation to buy for like 20 million. Then I'll be like, all right, cool. I'm cool with the loan. But outside of that, like, I don't see the point. Because I don't know how long he got left on his contract, maybe 2-3 years. But if it's 2 years, imagine he does well at Sevilla. He comes back. He's only got a year left on his contract. He's not going to sign a new deal because he knows that we don't want him.
Why would he?
We're just going to lose out on more money. Do you know what? But it's Edu, man. I keep on telling man about Edu, man. Bear man were like, Arteta needs to be out. It's Edu that needs to go, man. We need someone proper, man. What we should have done.
Arsenal are so bad at selling players. I saw something about your selling comparisons to bought, and the margin were so significant, bro. When I tell you the best sell we've done is Oxlade-Chamberlain to you guys.
It's crazy. And look how long ago that was.
The best sale we did was Oxlade-Chamberlain. We had an offer of 40 million for Alexis Sanchez. We rejected it. We had an offer on the table for 55 million for Hector Bellerin from Barcelona. We rejected it. We have had some ridiculous offers that we've rejected. We've sold some of our best players with 1 year left for 25 million, 15 million, 30 million. Oh, boys, we're terrible at selling players, and hopefully as we get better, maybe we can start to sell players better. But at this moment in time, this is just a club thing. We've always been bad at it. But yeah, let's move on to the next topic, guys. Before we move on to the next topic, do me a favor, hit that like button right now. It's absolutely free. It's helping out the channel massively, and this is a controversial topic. This is a controversial topic, ladies and gentlemen. This is a topic that is going to make people pull their hair out. This is a conversation where people are going to get angry, upset. Some people are going to say, the tacticals are going to come out and say it's a good signing. I need you guys to get ready. I need you guys to let me know. Would you take Conor Gallagher at Arsenal? Yes or no? In the comment section right now, ladies and gentlemen, spam yes or no if you would take Conor Gallagher at Arsenal. Arsenal have reportedly asked Chelsea about the situation for Conor Gallagher, basically doing the initial inquiries to see how much it would take to get the player from Chelsea and how much the player is currently on at Chelsea, so on and so forth. Very, very interesting.
This is a signing that will make me go, you know what? I don't even know if I want to watch Arsenal next season. This is how bad, yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, if you just okay, let's think about it logically, yeah. This guy's ability, yeah, to play with the ball is a shambles. What do? We play with the ball. This guy, he's just a running merchant. That's all he does. He just runs. Energy. Oh, run. Throw my body in there. We don't need that. We don't need another player that covers ground. We've already got Declan Rice who covers ground. I don't want this idiot in my team. And I also do not want to pay whatever fee Chelsea think he's worth to give them more money for them to go buy better players than what we'll buy. But we're the ones in Champions League. Why are we signing Conor Gallagher? This guy is dead. Have you seen when he comes on for England? Bro, this guy is dead. This guy, I don't want to see him anywhere near my club. I will actually protest. Any protest that any Arsenal fan wants to do, if we sign this guy, yo, shout me on Twitter, I'll be there.
Is he an upgrade on Fabio Vieira or Emil Smith-Rowe?
No.
Is he an upgrade anywhere on the pitch for you?
But the only upgrade that he is, yeah, he's an upgrade on me because I don't play football. That's the only upgrade that he is. He's an upgrade on me. Other than that, he don't upgrade nothing. He's dead. Do you know what? Yeah, do you know what people do? What people do, yeah, when it comes to Conor Gallagher is they think about his time at Crystal Palace, innit? But that was like 3 years ago. He ain't played that way since. He's been dead. Look, need I remind you, he's been a mainstay in the Chelsea team. And where have Chelsea finished? What? 13,
okay.
12?
So I'm gonna ask you guys, at what price does Conor Gallagher become a deal that you might be interested in? I'll start at the higher end and I'll work my way down. So I need to know, yes or no. Would you take Conor Gallagher at £40 million?
No.
No, that's just straight up no.
Straight up
okay.
No.
Would you take Conor Gallagher at £30 million?
No.
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 Would you take Conor Gallagher at £20 million?
Monopoly money or real money?
Real transfer money.
Okay, no.
So at what price would you say Conor Gallagher is a bargain? We have to take it.
5 million.
That's not going to happen.
I know, and I'm happy that it's not going to happen. But that's it. You're asking me what's the amount that if I was Edu,
Chelsea want 40 million.
But the boy, then they can go to Newcastle or West Ham or Nottingham Forest.
Aston Villa don't have that money. Newcastle don't have that money. Crystal Palace don't have that money. Nobody's buying him for 40 million. They have a situation where they value the player at 40 million. Nobody's willing to pay 40 million. Either they give him a new deal and increase his wages, or they sell him at a reduced price.
Do you know what? Yeah,
reduced price would have to be 20 million, but there would have to be like sell-on clauses or Champions League clauses or league title clauses where it can be reduced. It can increase to maybe 35 or 30.
All I know is all the Arsenal fans in the chat, yeah, that are saying that they want to sign him, yeah, and 20 million and they'll sign him. If we sign this guy and we don't win the league, I don't want to hear nobody talk about Arteta out because you man wanted him. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Because this guy, he doesn't win us the league.
That's enough about Conor Gallagher. I think we spent enough time on that. Obviously, there is going to be a lot of people who are very triggered by potential links to certain individual players. Doesn't necessarily mean we're going to sign said player, so you don't need to freak out. We did already speak about Mark Guehi and some of these other guys, but there is somebody who we've been linked to heavily recently, and that is none other than the Spanish winger, Nico Williams. This is a man who is heavily linked to Barcelona, heavily linked to La Liga clubs. He's currently playing at Atletico Bilbao. He's starting for his national team. Nico Williams for 55 million euros, which is around 49 million pounds. That would be 50 million pounds for a player of his quality. I think that would be a bargain. I don't know about you, but would you take Nico Williams at Arsenal? And is he your number one winger option at this moment in time?
I like him. I do like him.
Would you take him over? Let me ask you. Would you take him over Pedro Neto, Xavi Simons, or Rashford?
I would take him over Pedro Neto and Rashford. I'm not so sure about Xavi Simons. Actually, but truth be told, he will come in and play on the left. So, and I think if Simon comes in, he will play on the right.
On both.
But I think we would be signing him for the left. I don't think we'd be signing him for the right. So I think more than likely, if we did sign him, we would end up signing someone that could rotate on the right as well. But yeah, I guess I would take him. He looks really dynamic, really good. I'd like to see how he fares in the Premier League. I know he's been playing in the La Liga and he's had something like, I think it's like 5 goals, 14 assists in the La Liga, which is a good return, but it's the Liga and you get given bare space. So it'd be interesting to see how he plays in a I guess a league with higher intensity. But I would take him. I'm all for the brothers coming to Arsenal, man. Bring the brothers through, man. I'm all for it, man.
I think the price tag makes it more reasonable than the Rashford or Xavi Simons deal. Because if you don't know, what they want for Xavi Simons is ridiculous. They want 80 million, 85 million, I think, for Xavi Simons. That was what the price tag I last checked. When I last checked, it was 85 million that they wanted for Xavi Simons.
That's quite a lot.
85 million, bro, for Xavi Simons.
That's a pricey penny.
That is a little bit mad. But yeah. And then let's go to the latest on none other than Victor Gyokeres. You guys have seen. Oh, by the way, Arsene Wenger is back in the house with David Dean, watching the France Netherlands game. But yeah, let's get to. Oh, there you go. Arsene Wenger has only gone and done it again. Where is it? Here it is. So this is the major news today for Victor Gyokeres that's gotten people excited. Arsenal are about to secure the signing of Victor Gyokeres, reported by this gentleman here. I don't know what language that is, but we'll see. And then he says that the Sporting striker Victor Gyokeres for below the £100 million release clause, and the club agreed a fixed 90 million euros, and which could raise to 120 plus add-ons based on goals and Champions League appearances and trophies. I don't know if that means that Arsenal have agreed an £80 million fee for the player, but 90 million would be 80 million pounds agreed for Victor Gyokeres. At this moment in time, all I can tell you guys is this sounds like agents putting information out there or people putting information out there, but nothing's 100% concrete. We've heard the same thing before about Isaac. We heard the same thing before about who else was it? Vlahovic. This has happened too many times to me to believe everything I read. Don't believe everything you read. Just understand that at this moment in time, yes, Arsenal are serious about Victor Gyokeres. The deal seems to get closer and closer, but nothing's official yet. But they continuously keep saying the deal is close, the deal is close, the deal is close. I won't believe anything is close until I see a David Ornstein tweet saying that it's close, or Fabrizio Romano saying that a bid has officially been submitted. Until then, nothing.
But you know what? I'm getting excited.
That is my truth. I think that is the truth that we need to acknowledge. As much as we both all rate this, the truth about the situation is Arsenal have been linked to him for a while, and all of a sudden in 48 hours, it's vamped to being done, dusted, close, very close.
But you know why?
It just sounds like these reports are.
No, but you know why? Let's think about it, yeah. So originally, So from what I remember, Gyokeres was the first striker that Arsenal was linked to when all the transfer talk started.
No,
right?
it was Isaac.
No, I think he was linked to Gyokeres before Isaac. But
Okay.
then what happened is Arsenal saw a potential move in the market, which was very beneficial for them financially, and that was Sesko. So it went quiet on Gyokeres because we could have got Sesko for what, 55 million, which was a good deal in the market, right? But then Sesko signed his new deal. So immediately after Sesko signing his new deal, we then see this. Yeah. Now, the thing about this that is getting me excited is the use of words. Yeah. So we've got about to secure. Yeah. Secure is a very strong word. Yeah. Not many journalists use it. Yeah. But we've also inside of there, it says that the clubs have agreed on a fixed amount. So it's saying that the clubs have agreed an amount, which is 90 million. Very rarely do I see any journalist come out and say clubs have agreed a fee and the fee hasn't been agreed. And then to give it further evidence, it's also saying that it may rise to 120 million euros through add-ons, and it's actually stipulating what the add-ons are. So for me, the only thing that maybe an Arsenal fan could say to not believe this is that it didn't come from Ornstein. But if Ornstein said this, people would be like, "Oh yeah, it's going to happen." So literally, all Arsenal fans need to do
Because Ornstein don't miss, bro.
Yeah, he don't. But we have to. But for all we know, this brother could be the Ornstein in Portugal. We don't know. I'm not Portuguese. I don't know. He may be a very credible guy. I don't know. We don't know.
You see what Abdul says?
Nah,
there's a reason. There's a reason people. There's a reason why there is a question mark in the title, because I don't do this whole thing where I give you guys news on something and say it's actually happening if I don't know. Yeah, you see, some people are saying it's legit. Some people are saying it's questionable. In my opinion, until David Ornstein or somebody that is in the UK confirms that there's been a bid, I am not going to go and jump ahead and say it's done. But I will start to listen. Now, let's go to this quickly. Did you see this? It seems like Kudus is back in Arteta's eye. If Arteta is bolstering his attacking line this summer, he may only turn as far as West Ham, according to HITC. The Gunners, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man United have been admirers of Mohamed Kudus, and after a good Premier League campaign, you never know, we could go back in for him. He's highly sought after, but in my opinion, this whole article doesn't tell me anything. It just tells me, oh, we might look at Kudus. Half of the articles that are out there in today's world about transfers, they don't tell you much. They just tell you, oh, this could happen. This is basically an opinion piece. So we've gone from something is close to an opinion piece about Kudus. Don't listen to everything. Don't believe everything you read. This right here, once again, is another opinion piece, and it looks like Kudus is being linked to Arsenal, but on what basis? On the basis that we might be interested in him? That's really what they're saying here. It's kind of. I
saw a tweet from currently it was an account today saying how a lot of people are fearing that Kudus might actually leave West Ham this season. So it's quite interesting to read this as well. Like, look, I wanted him last season. I don't know why we let him go to West Ham. He's literally the perfect type of player for Arteta. He plays in 3-4 different positions. He would rotate with Saka amazingly. He could play that left 8.
I've seen what you've seen, what you're talking about. Here it is. So you got an article stating that West Ham fear Mohamed Kudus could ask to leave the club this summer. Why would they fear that though?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, because Kudus knows that he can play at his entourage are probably telling him like, bro, Mohamed, bro, these men want you. You know, you don't need to be at West Ham. I think he went to West Ham just to show people, look, I can play at this level. And I think he showed it last season. So You know what? Yeah, the team that I would be highly surprised. Yeah, two teams I'd be highly surprised if they didn't go in for him is Liverpool and Man United. If Liverpool and Man United don't go for this guy, then I don't know what's going on. Especially considering Arne Slot knows about this guy because he was Feyenoord manager and he played in the Dutch league with Ajax. So I would be highly surprised if you don't see a Liverpool or Man United going for him.
Especially Ten Hag being his former manager.
Yeah, exactly. So I think realistically, if I take off my biased Arsenal hat, because obviously I want him, I think if he went anywhere in the Prem, it would most likely be Man United or Liverpool. Probably Liverpool, a lot higher than Man United.
All right, let's go to Bruno G, because everyone wants to know what's going on with Bruno G. The latest update on Bruno G is pretty straightforward. Bruno G, he is at this moment in time, he's still staying at Newcastle. Newcastle have a £100 million release clause that expires on the 30th, despite claims the otherwise. So this release clause is until June 30th. So after that day, it does expire. Now Arsenal do want to sign him, but the reports are coming from, once again, not the most reliable sources. When your reports are coming from a flowerman who lives in West London, what can you do? And that's who Steve is. Steve is not the most reliable source. He's probably, when it comes to tiers on sources, he's probably the bottom bitch of tier sources. One of the worst tier sources you can get. So yeah, that is people are getting their sources from him. I really do feel sorry for you. So yeah, this is nothing new. Apparently, Arsenal are looking to do potential swap deals with for Bruno Guimaraes players plus cash. That is coming from the BBC, but nothing new on Bruno G that we didn't know yesterday. That's the honest truth. And yeah, people, stop getting your news from Steven, probably the worst source on Arsenal news. Somehow has more exclusives than Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein combined every month, and none of them get right. So that's enough. That's my rant on Steve. You probably don't even know him, but yeah.
I have no clue who Steve is.
Just keep an eye on him. Just keep an eye. Every time you see that name, you're gonna see exclusive. Just know it's bullshit. Okay.
The only people I listen to is David Ornstein, Charles Watts, and I can't remember his name, but there's a Twitter account with the Ninja Turtle DP. Can't remember his name.
Yeah, Team News Ticks.
Yeah, those are the only people that I listen to when it comes to the other people. Can gas me up with, oh, this person might be joining. I'm like, oh, damn, okay, you got a lot of followers, but really and truly, if it's not Charles Watts or David Ornstein or a Ninja Turtle brother, then yeah, I'm not really listening, to be honest.
Yeah, who actually believes guys like Steve? Laugh out loud. You have to be out of touch with reports. Yeah, 100%. My man's literally making up stuff. If I'm not mistaken, we would have signed 100 players by now if all his things came true. Braithwaite was pretty much done, apparently. What do you call it? Ferguson was sorted. Bare fake news. Manchester United are going to get Manchester United interested in Joshua Zirkzee. Joshua Zirkzee is also linked to AC Milan at this moment in time. That deal seems to be close to getting done. Arsenal out of the Joshua Zirkzee business. We looked at him. We spoke about him. We talked about it for a couple of weeks. Nothing serious came from it. And yeah, that's pretty much done and dusted. Move on. Shake your hand and walk away from that deal. Nothing's going on with Joshua Zirkzee to Arsenal. That seems to be off the table. And yeah, that's pretty much it, bro. Nothing else really to talk about for the rest of the for the rest of the day, unless you want to talk about Pedro Neto or Xavi Simons, because there's been no update on those two. We kind of spoke about them when we spoke about Nico Williams, and yeah. But overall, transfer news today, it's a very slow day, but there was a little bit of updates with the Duberry, and of course the Reiss Nelson stuff, and of course with everything going on with Olise and everything going on with Conor Gallagher. But the main story is Conor Gallagher. Would you take him at Arsenal? You said no. I agree. For 50 million, just doesn't sound reasonable for Conor Gallagher. But if we did go in for Conor Gallagher and paid 50 million, I would be like, what is he going to bring to us that we don't already have? Is he squad depth? 15 million for squad depth. Nico Williams, I'll take him. Gyokeres, I don't know if the deal is actually going to happen, but we'll just have to wait and see. This Gyokeres deal could just be smokescreen for Victor Osimhen. You never know.
I mean, if it is, I wouldn't mind, but I really want Gyokeres is my number one. So I hope this. Man, I got all my fingers crossed.
There you go. We're gonna wrap it up here, people. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Nothing until next week, according to Fabrizio. Guys, nothing's happening until after the Euros. Nothing. That's why I'm not doing a video every single day. I'm only giving you guys news when something important happens. Or else I'll be just sitting here talking to you guys about the same stuff every single day. But yeah, I'll keep you guys up posted. Hooks, you got to go to sleep, bro. You look tired. Everyone in the chat, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And yeah, do you really think Conor Gallagher makes Arsenal better? Maybe a squad depth, but he doesn't start for me. Squad depth, yeah, why not? Squad depth. Squad depth, why not?
Nah, man, nah. You don't pay
50 million for squad depth? Yeah, that sounds wrong. 50 million for squad depth. That sounds wrong, bro. Sounds wrong. Anyways, I'm out of here, people. Love for love. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.